So we left off with some tense emotions.
We all hate each other now. We're no longer friends.
Right? This is the end of the podcast. Goodbye. Keep wandering. But don't, because we're done.
No.
Anyway, you guys are going to have some interstitial time if you guys want to take care of some stuff, have some scenes, decompress, before we hop right back into that main plot of going to see the bog lurchers. You guys have a little bit of time. So Nyostroy and Lena wanted a scene.
Yes. So I think Nyostroy is just gonna go by Magdalena's room and knock on the door. I'll say this is probably evening time.
I think she's basically in the same position Siggy found her in, where she's just staring at the map.
Yeah. So
come in.
Nyostroy opens the door and peeks his head in. I feel like probably you have been sitting for a while. Would you maybe like to take a walk?
I don't know. Do you think we have time for that?
I can honestly say I don't think it will matter.
She stands up, puts her hands on her back and stretches and goes, yeah, okay, let's do it.
I do have a question. In your upbringing, did you learn how to shoot a bow and arrow?
Yeah, but I've never been very good at that one, so I kind of dropped it.
Nyostroy kind of looks at you and frowns and goes, I've got the bow and arrow, let's go for a walk.
Okay.
So, as they start strolling, Nyostroy's just, going off towards the, vaguely towards the palace. Did you, you grew up in the city, no?
Yes, Eretrios has been my home my whole life, except for the 3 years we were on the sea.
Do you know how old fake Alina is?
Magdalena shakes her head. That's one of the things I've been wrestling with. I realized that there is a very high probability that we interacted when we were younger. But I couldn't, it's gone. They took whatever memory I had, so.
I do not blame our Catalina for what happened.
No.
It's not her fault. And, I don't think that, I agree with you that, she has made some bad choices with not being willing to make tough calls with us. I don't think that necessarily means that her heart is in the wrong place. And I want to give her that benefit of the doubt. But I also feel like we owe it to her sister. Maybe you less than me, you might have been a child only when it happened, but I was probably there. I was probably one of the people that abandoned her. And she might not know that I don't know that. She might not have... I might have agreed with what the Duke did. I don't know. But I don't feel okay working against her without giving her a chance to not try to destroy the city.
Magdalena does that thing where you exhale through your nose like you're laughing. Has anyone ever told you that you're a little long-winded?
It is a occupational hazard. I am a storyteller. I spin yarns, and when I was traveling doing this, the parents would tip more the longer the kids were distracted.
Because to your first point, I agree. I think that we have seen glimpses of Catalina being able to handle this. Her leaving to try and rescue us is probably the biggest scare that I've had, considering we left the entire palace on high alert. So there is a part of me that hopes that scared her a little bit into realizing that we're serious about this. But I agree. I think her heart is in the right place, and I think that she can do it. It's just getting her head there, too. As for fake Alina, it fully depends on, I don't know how old she is. I don't know if there is, like I said, there is a possibility. I'm not, depending on how old she is, she might have been a part of the children of nobility that I saw. And even if I was a child or slightly older, I mean, there's a camaraderie to that I don't think you and I are too far off in how we are feeling about fake Alina.
I will say, Nyostroy goes, yeah, that's sort of why I think I asked you to come with me. I think Cormac and Sigurdur, they both came later. It's feasible that they never met her. I think the two of us, especially you, I mean, it's possible if she's like 40 years old, probably I did not know her, but I think probably I did. Anyways, I'm gonna try to shoot an arrow in her window with a letter on it.
Oh.
I can't knock on the door. It will not work for sure.
You should have brought Cormac with you. Can't he like make you invisible or something?
He can get into places.
I guess I can protect you.
Oh no, I want you to do it. I want you to shoot the arrow.
Me?
Yes,
I haven't done that. I haven't picked up a bow and arrow in like, I don't know, 10 years?
How about this? We'll have a little shooting competition. Whoever is better is the one that tries to shoot. My very sentimental letter asking her to meet us, somewhere in the city alone, so we can try to explain ourselves tonight.
Are you sure that that's a good idea?
No, I think it's probably a really bad idea, which is why I'm telling no one else.
Hang on, wait a minute. I'm remembering something from the masquerade, that apparently she sneaks out to see a stable boy.
Oh shoot, does she sneak out to see a stable boy?
Yeah, or at least out of the castle area.
What you guys know is that she sneaks out of the castle nightly. You did not figure out exactly why.
Well, I'm running with the rumor I heard.
Okay, new plan. First step one. We just wait outside the castle and see if we can maybe find Vekalina. Leaving, and then we stalk her, not stalk her like in the bad way, but just follow her to some place where there aren't guards immediately and try to talk to her. Option 2. We have an archery contest, figure out who's better at shooting bows, then that person tries to shoot a letter through the window. Option 3, we go back, wake up Cormac, make him turn us invisible, and do not tell him why, and then we sneak in.
I'm going to say it right now. Let's do number 1.
Well, yeah, we're going to do number 1.
Oh, that was not a choosing list.
No,
that
this is in order. If we try to shoot an arrow in the window and it misses, then we go get Cormac. We do it that way.
Got it. Okay. Sure. We'll do it in order.
Okay, so number 1, we wait outside and try to find if we can figure out who Catalina is, or fake Alina is.
So you guys, when did you go for a walk?
It was nighttime, evening, I would say. Like, not midnight, but,
Okay. You guys know vantage points and how to get around the city. You had to do patrols here. You had to do patrols here for forever. So you kind of know where to get in and out of places where you can get a good vantage point. And so you get up into a church that has a lookout that you can see a pretty good amount of the palace. And you are, as time goes by, you're like, well, maybe she's not coming out anymore. Maybe it's not tonight. Maybe it's only like a Tuesday, Thursday thing, and it's Wednesday, and that would be inconvenient. But you do eventually see her sneak out a little bit past midnight. Make hide checks to stalk her.
I actually have to get out all my dice. Gotta get all my fancy dice.
Ooh, okay, so hide.
Said hide. That's really bad.
Yeah, we're really not the people to be doing this, but
I am not sneaky.
Okay, can I say hide and brawn, and I want to use brawn to want to like shove Nyostroy into the alleys when we think that we're being seen.
I do love that justification.
I'm really trying here.
I do have 2 successes.
She's really good at shoving him in a ditch.
I'll give it to you as long as I can also say you do that thing where you, like, leap up and hold yourself between the alleyway, like, above people.
Oh, absolutely. It gets weird.
The theatrics are off the charts.
You're hiding like Spider-Man, but with none of the powers, so it's really impressive, actually.
Okay, that's 2 raises for me, and 1 left over.
You're like a woman spider. Woman spider. How are you hiding, Cody? Or Nyostroy? How are you hiding, since Lena's pushing you into ditches?
He just tries to stand still and lurk in shadows, like, ugh.
She's like, they can see you!
Give me a second. I'm gonna roll some dice, too, to see something. I rolled very well.
Uh-oh.
I did roll 3 10s, though.
Dang!
Like, on your dice, you rolled 3 10s?
Yes.
Dead gum.
Yeah, she rolled well. But that's okay. You guys follow her for a good while. You want to make sure she's far enough from the palace that you guys won't be caught, that she can't just, like, scream and have the palace guards on you in an instant. And you follow her down as she goes down different back alleys and back ways until you're in a small little courtyard, probably about 10 feet across, with a little fountain in the middle, and she sits down and she goes, "You can come out, Nyostroy and Lena."
Before she says that, Lena leans over to Nyostroy and goes, "I don't think this is where she would meet the stable boy."
Might not be a stable boy, it might be a fountain boy?
Just saying, that's what the rumors said.
Yeah, Nyostroy just, like, walks out and goes, "Okay, good, because I'm not really good at hiding at all."
Oh, I could tell. I could tell.
Yeah, Lena comes out too.
So what can I do for you?
And Nyostroy kind of, like, looks awkward and shuffles and goes, "I wrote you a letter that I was going to shoot through your window, but..."
Nyostroy, I respect you, but no thank you. I'm not interested.
Nyostroy looks confused. "I'm really old."
I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you did.
It wasn't that kind of letter, it was just a general... It doesn't matter, Magdalena reminded me that you go for evening strolls, which is easier than shooting an arrow through your window, because neither me nor Magdalena are particularly good archers.
That would have been pretty hilarious had you rolled enough successes. I'm just like, yeah, you kill fake Lena, just an arrow through the neck.
Like, no, that wasn't the goal! I was trying to miss!
While Nyostroy is talking to her, Lena is looking at her face and, like, I know that that Lena does not remember her, but she's trying to see if anything is gonna jog her memory by seeing her face. Can I discern how old she is? Ish?
Yes. She looks to be... I'm going to give you a more specific answer, but she's in that ambiguous age between 25 and 55, but she looks to be towards the younger
adult.
Right, it's that ambiguous age. Like, I don't look drastically different than I did 5 years ago. She tends to look towards the younger end, so you'd probably place her, like, high 20s. So
older than Catalina.
She's older than Catalina, but probably about a decade.
Okay, so I'm gonna say she's 28-ish.
Yeah.
So she's only about 5 years younger than me, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you look at her face, like, to Lena's continuing, like, horror, like, it's not even that she's probing her memories and there's, like, a gap there in a way that, like, feels like something was removed. It just, like, none of it recalls. You know when you, like, remember something so clearly and it's wrong?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're like, I know I set my keys on the counter and they're hanging up on the, like, on the hook. And you're like, I'm sure I put my keys on the counter. And that's how your memories feel, where you're like, I'm sure this woman never existed.
Okay.
So like, what I'm saying is, like, the memories were patched in a way that makes it even harder to remember.
Because it's, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not just like, I have a memory of me, Miguel, and this weird black void hanging out.
Yeah, it rewrote it. It didn't just, like, delete her.
Right.
Okay.
Nyostroy goes, well, first of all, hello, I'm Nyostroy. I know we have met, but I don't know your name.
Are you pulling a Cormac O'Rourke right now? Cormac is proud in his sleep.
Cormac just like fist like in the air. My name is Isabel. Then we have met before, Nostra, not just since you've been in the city again, but previous.
Do you mean like in the intervening 5 years, or do you mean like in before, like you knew me before my memory was wiped by your father?
That one.
Okay. We've been calling you Fake Alina, which now, given known information, is actually in pretty bad taste.
To be fair, I don't think it was in good taste ever, but you know.
Well, yeah, that's not exactly true, but we know better information now. We're making do. So, I'm sorry that, that's mostly what the letter that I was going to shoot through your window said is, I'm sorry. I should have been there when your father cast you out, and I wasn't. I'm going to presume maybe I was, but, I'm going to guess, given everything that's happened since, I wasn't, and I am sorry for that.
How would Nostroy have... Nostroy would not have stood for this and agreed to it, ever, would he have?
Yeah, he would have, given a very specific set of circumstances. It really depends on exactly what happened. If what Cormac said is true, absolutely not, ever. He would have been like, yeah, we're gonna kill that guy for sure, who was beating his kids. We are going to kill him in secret and bury him deep, you know? But if that was a lie, there is a set of circumstances where he'd be like, okay, your daughter's a crazy murderer, she has to be dealt with, you know?
Okay. I do not begrudge you for not standing by me after what happened, Nostroy. And before what happened, it happened so quick I am not sure how much you knew. And I knew that you would not stand for what my father did. I think it is in part why he wiped everyone's memories. You were important to him, and to myself as well, and he was not willing to lose that, even at cost of losing me. So I think you, not to blame, but helped motivate his decision to hide his crimes, and I do not begrudge you that. And how could you have come to my aid after he did what he did? Like, you didn't even know I existed anymore.
Nyostroy kind of shrugs and goes, I don't really expect a child abandoned by her whole family to think reasonably. I think it would be fair for you to have some lingering hostilities towards me, Magdalena, frankly, Catalina. Like, I think that would be fair, if not reasonable. You know, we're not all, ruled by reason, I think it is fair to say.
I don't wish ill specifically on you or Lena, or even my sister. She was as much a victim as I was. But I am going to burn this city to the ground.
Well, and that is what, you know, I think is feasible for us to discuss.
Go, tell me, let me know why. I am willing, for old time's sake, I am willing to hear you out, Nostroy.
Oh, no, I'm not necessarily telling you not to do it. I'm trying to ask you to convince me.
I think everything about this town reeks of my family. From top to bottom. Even the festivals, the most celebrated festival is about my family overthrowing the government. Like, yes, we observe the other holy days of the Prophet, but the holidays we really celebrate are about my family. The people we really view as heroes are my family. This city can't stay standing without the memory of my family being there and preserved, and talked about how it is a good thing.
Nyostroy looks confused and goes, we should burn every city. They're all really bad. I don't know if you know history really well. They're all really bad. Like, really bad. All of them. horrible.
If you and me want to go on the quest after we burn this city to the ground and imitate other nobility and burn it to the ground, I'm down with that. I've got no plans after this.
Yeah, I would imagine vengeance is a pretty to-the-point thing. It's a fair one.
Right, I haven't thought about what happens after, like maybe retire to a summer home, but if you and me want to go on a buddy cop adventure where we burn down every city in Castille, like, there are worse things.
Nyostroy shrugs and goes, this is true. Yes, there are worse things. He looks around and goes, so I guess just like the people though to you, that's like totally just feel nothing for them.
They worshipped my father as a good man. And I could come out with all these records showing of what he did, and they wouldn't believe me.
That's true. That's actually really fair. Yeah, probably they wouldn't. And Nyostroy kind of like twists his head and looks around and goes, but I would say, like, in terms of the worst thing for your father's memory, the bog lurchers are just, like, outside, you know, and they're, like, way worse. I think your father would rather the city be burned down than have bog lurchers living in it.
See, but that's the problem, though. If we do that, then everyone will think of, oh, how times were so good before the Duke died. And he still gets to live on as the hero everyone thinks he is.
I think that's going to happen either way. Yeah, I think he won that.
Not if we destroy this city from the map.
Well, no, I mean, people will still remember the city existed. There's, like, history written down other places. You know, I myself have told stories about him in other places. So I've sort of, you know, inadvertently already kind of done. So sorry about that. I feel bad about that, you know.
I understand. You are a storyteller. It happens.
I am, yes. Why did you not kill us? Like, you know our goal. Why would you not just kill us?
Part of it is I do care about you, Nyostroy and Lena. You were, if not friends, people I grew up around. But in addition to that, when you guys came back to the city, you guys started making it worse before it got better. You started stirring up chaos. You started messing with the status quo. And without you guys, the bog lurchers wouldn't be raining down fire quite literally on the city. The sorcerers of Porte would not have been pushed to action.
They not have? Did they not just, like, suck the whole time?
They did just suck. But, like, there was a comfortableness of the, like, nothing changing. And the Duke's rebellion taking over the gravediggers kind of scared them.
That's fair. It's fair. So really you're just, like, fully on board with what the sorcerers of Porte did.
Oh, completely. Like, had they succeeded, I would not have been upset. There's a reason I've been making it hard for that one Porte sorcerer who's trying to close it.
Nyostroy kind of, like, looks to the side and back at Isabella. Okay, so your state, Isabel?
Isabel.
Not Isabella. Isabel.
There's no A at the end.
Well, there should be, because that's what sticks in my head better. History is written by the victors. We can agree on this, yes? And your goal is not just to level literally the buildings, it's to destroy your father's name in history.
Yes.
Nyostroy nods and goes, I think I can work with that. And he stands up and kind of like dusts off his pants and like offers his hand down to Isabel.
She'll take it.
He, pulls her to her feet and gives her a hug. And as he does, he whispers in her ear, there's something worth living after your vengeance. And then leaves.
Do you leave with him, Lena?
Yep. I think Lena gives it a beat or two, because she's still like, I think it's really bothering her, the memory thing. And so, like, she's still looking at her like she's trying to place her, and then she follows Nyostroy out.
She lets you guys leave. You guys are able to, I'm assuming you guys take a circuitous route back to where, like, your hideout.
Yeah.
If you want to talk on the way, you can, but you guys take a route back. And you, like, pause and, like, make sure no one's following you, and there's absolutely nothing. Like, she let you go.
I think we can work with this.
You do?
I mean, look, I will level with you right now. The thing that I want to do the most is destroy the name of the Duke that erased my memory. So, if we could do that in a way that's less tactile than literally burning his city to the ground, which I don't actually think will do what she wants, sure,
if there is one thing that I know about you, Nosy, other than being long-winded, it's that you always have something going on, something planning in the back of that head. So, I trust that you have something back there right now.
Nyostroy puts his arm on her shoulder and goes, I never have any idea what I'm doing. Never.
That's a lie.
I wrote that letter tonight. I will say, I'm very glad I asked you to come with me because I was going to shoot arrows at her window until one went in and she wasn't even there.
Yeah, I don't think you would have gotten very far.
I think I could do it. Do you want to have the archery competition still? Now I want to.
Do it.
Have Cormac and Sigrithur sit with arrows on their heads.
You mean apples?
Apples.
No, we sit with arrows on our heads and someone throws apples at us.
That's safer. That's a lot safer.
Guys, it's 10:15. I get tired, man.
Sure. Even after not picking up a bow and arrow for 10 years, I still think I could beat you.
Honestly, I'm really good at shooting a bow and arrow because my aim and finesse are great. All right, we're doing this. Let's roll off.
Oh, are we rolling off?
I mean, I want to see who wins this, yeah. I'll say, Nyostroy just, picks a window in, a burnt-out house, and he's like, there, that's pretty close. Let's see who can get an arrow in that window first.
That's such a large target.
Depends on how far away they're standing.
Okay, I'm using weaponry. And finesse.
3, I get to re-roll a single die.
This is so stupid.
Can you tell we've been starved for dice rolls this session?
Wait, I have a weaponry thing. Oh no, that's Fencer. Okay, never mind. Cody.
What?
Alright, what's yours?
I got 4.
I got 4.
Oh my gosh! Reroll! We're doing it again! Further window!
So, you guys draw back your bows, and you're like, we'll do this. And you both hit the windowsill, neither goes in, they both just, sink in, an inch off on either side, and you're like, well, alright, let's try this again.
I got 3.
I got 2.
Yes! Let it be said, I am the greatest warrior in our whole group. Indisputable, I have won a martial competition against Magdalena. I am now the greatest sword in all of the city. The master, or the apprentice, has become the master. How does it feel to feel your age withering your ability to defeat me?
Lena throws the bow back at Nyostroy. I knew it was stupid. I haven't done it in 10 years. I don't know why we thought that I could do it. No, goodbye. I'm going back to the hideout.
Making excuses is reasonable when you are matched against someone with my unbelievable talent.
The unbearable weight of it. So you guys head back and make your way back to the catacombs. Cormac, is there any scenes you want to do with anybody? Sigrithur, what you about?
I guess I need to go have a conversation with Catalina.
All right. She is still working on things late into the night. Got potions brewing, got battle maps to draw. Sorry, I just drew a blank on words. Catalina is there working. Are you doing this at night as well, or do you not care?
Sure. Doesn't really matter too much.
Okay. It's evening. Cormac is asleep after a hard day's work. Lena and Nyostroy, you haven't seen him in a while. So you walk in.
Good evening, Catalina. May I come in?
Oh, of course, Sigrithur. What can I do for you?
Well, I visited the Duelist Guild to see about getting help against the siege outside. And in true Duelist Guild fashion, they want to be paid.
That tracks, yeah. I don't know why we didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, I was hoping I could appeal to their better natures, but I should know that they do it for money. That's always how it's going to be.
I think you are their better natures, Sigrithur.
Yeah, I mean, I always tried to duel for more than just the money. Obviously, I took the money. I'm not going to turn down the money, but I wouldn't just afford the money. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. They said they would fight for us if we could offer them something, but I don't know what we can offer them, or if we even should offer them, but I don't know if we have too many choices for getting fighters to go fight the bog lurchers outside.
Yeah, I agree with Lena and you that we are low on fighting force. I don't know that we have much we can offer now. Like, presumably the Royal Treasury is still there, and we could offer that some portion of that when we reclaim the throne, but it is all an IOU sort of situation, which I don't know if they deal with, and it's also kind of depends upon us winning, which I don't know if they'd like that either.
Right.
You know what we could offer them? We could offer them a way out of the city. I'm sure they have family that they want to get out. We can do that.
That is true. We could offer them escape from the city, but I guess what's to stop them from just leaving immediately?
I think we give it to their families and don't show them the way.
Oh, I see. We offer escape for their families. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, that way their families can get out, we can get them out. And they can say if they try to escape without, we can also give a special pass and have the werewolves attack or bring back anyone who does not have that. We kind of control multiple exits of the city and the werewolves outside of it to a degree.
Okay, I can go offer that to them and see if that would be enough. And who knows what they'll say about that.
It seems like a nice thing to get the people you care about out of the city. Unfortunately, I only care about people who want to be in the city.
Right. All right, well, thank you for letting me pick your brain on that.
Not the problem. Happy to help. Adriana can coordinate moving people in and out of the city if you need help with that.
Okay, I'll go speak with her. I'll leave it to your work.
Thanks.
And Sigurdur will head out.
Yeah, she begins getting right back to what she was doing, all that fun stuff of planning.
There's nothing like having the DM tell you exactly what you should do next.
Hey, I have good ideas occasionally. All right, Cody, do you got any other scenes you want to do with Nyostroy?
No, the next thing I would want to do is go and talk to, well, yeah, I don't think so. I think the next thing I would want to do is go and talk to the bog lurchers. Well, let me ask you this. Do we want to try to do the bog lurchers this week? Or, tonight?
No, but I have a scene if you don't have anything. You don't have to force anything.
Okay, then I don't have anything. Yeah. There's, one thing maybe I would want to do, which is go and check on the circus, but that's, pretty... just walk in there, okay, the circus is still there, or the circus isn't there, and then leave. There isn't really anything to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Lena, do you have anything you want to do, or are you feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
And Cormac said nothing.
I'm ready to go talk to the bog lurchers.
All right. So, as Nyostroy, this is probably the next day, because, you were doing stuff at night. As Nyostroy is thinking, I would like to go check on the circus, you hear a knock on your door, and Jean-Luc walks in. Nyostroy, would you mind coming with me to go do the magics?
What? I'm sorry. What? Sure. Yeah, honestly, I'm curious, what that even looks like. So, sure.
Is there anything we can go stop by anywhere you need to go if you have any errands? I don't know. I'll drive.
No.
You jingle some keys.
No, I'm good. Let's do it.
So you guys start making a route of the city. So I have to go to these different things, these different foci points in the city. I don't know how much you actually care about this, but it's different foci points that I have to deal with. And with them, I can channel some magic and hopefully close it some, but it doesn't seem to be working super well. But it's I'm closing the largest door you can imagine. Think of the biggest door you can. Are you thinking of the biggest door that you can?
I'm thinking about it. It's in my head.
Now double it. That's how big the door I have to close is. And I'm doing that as a normal guy. It's very difficult.
Okay, I don't think I can catch things on fire. I could burn the door.
No, I didn't ask you out here to actually do the magic. I like your company. Well, I wanted to say thank you.
For what?
I mean, I had given up on everything and was drinking myself into a stupor every day, and now I have something to live for. And, like, granted, like, it kind of sucks what my job is right now, but in, like, that morbid way, it's kind of an interesting puzzle to figure out, and also, it's nice to not just be a dick. I kind of care about this city now.
Nyostroy, kind of like chuckles. I think I'm a bad person I'm glad that you feel like you have a purpose. That's generally what I want to encourage people to do, I guess. But I am feeling a certain lack of that. I'm starting to feel better about it. But, do not like what I think I might have to do and what people will expect me to do.
That is tough. I would say from experience that I did not like who I was. I did not like what I was expected to do. It's kind of why I got kicked out of the Sorcerers of Porte, at least the tower here, because I didn't want to. Well, it wasn't just the Hellmouth, but there was other things, but that was one of them. And then I didn't like that I was expected to save the entire city when this ragtag group of hooligans came and told me that I'm forced to fix the city, and someone kept sobering me up. But I don't know if I have, like, great words of wisdom. I'm not a storyteller, and I kind of ramble a little bit because I'm nervous about this, and it meant a lot what you did, but I think you'll be able to figure it out. Because I think
I might have figured something out. You remind me how your power works one more time.
I can put the blood mark on something, and then that I can teleport to that something.
Can you grab that something and pull it through a portal?
Yes, I can do that too.
Nyostroy kind of like stares. So I can make fire, yes?
Yes, that is what you do.
What is a symbol that you would recognize?
Like
a symbol for the Sorcerers of Porte, something for your family, something that would be very specific to you and no one else.
I can give you my family crest, I guess.
Perfect. And then, like, Nyostroy, like, if he has it visibly, Nyostroy makes that little flame in his hand. Can you give me something with your blood on it? And if you ever see this symbol in the sky, rip a portal open and grab whatever it is that thing is attached to?
I think it's the least I could do.
Perfect.
However, I want to add one thing. No weasels. They freak me out, man. Their bones aren't normal. They can squish them down. Do not put it on a weasel.
I promise you, I will not put it on a literal weasel. It might be like a weaselly person, but not a, like, weasel.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not afraid of weaselly people. Like, I mean, I was with the Sorcerers of Porte. You kind of have to get over that one quick. I just don't like actual weasels. They freak me out, man.
I get it, and I don't want to be unclear with you here. This is not a small ask, and I do not want to pretend like it's going to be something easy or pleasant or legal or ethical that I might be asking you to do here. But try to remember the person that inspired you to want to live, and then go, he might have a good reason.
Nyostroy?
Yes?
The way I see it, without you, I would be dead.
Good!
Whether it was by a bar fight that went wrong, or the Hellmouth that we are stopping, I would be dead either way. I think I can owe you an unethical request to pull something through a portal.
Cool.
Also, the people that I worked with opened the Hellmouth. I think my definition is what is unethical and what isn't is a little bit more loose than it should be, if we're being fully honest with who I am.
I promise this will be no bigger than a person.
It's going to be a person, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a person. Yes, definitely it's going to be a person.
As long as they're not holding a weasel, we're good.
The bog lurchers are all holding weasels.
Retcon.
Gotta write that down.
You just all have pet weasels.
Yep. So he walks through the city and does some magic on these foci points. Or foci.
I think it's foci.
These foci. Basic, it's nothing you can really help with, but he more just wanted to have you out to have a conversation with you. But, you guys make some lighter conversation. As you're going by, you do see that the circus has been burned to the ground, ironically. And you are able to make it back. And I think this is where we will stop for this episode. Hey Wanderers, thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Corsairs of Castille. This game is being run in the 7th Sea 2nd Edition system. If you want to hear more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, you can check us out at the Wandering Gamer Network website. We stream on Twitch with the username wandering_gamers, and we're also on Facebook and Instagram. All information about the music used can be found in the episode description. Until next time, wherever you wander, may you find your way home.